Christian.
Hi there, Christian from Cedar Fair.
Nice to meet you. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'm married with Alienware. So this is Paul with Microsoft.
Hey, Paul. We are live from the Alienware booth. You've got me, Alienware Leonard.
Roxy Surf Chick. I was not prepared for that. I'm not going to lie to you.
Damn it.
And
That's you.
Umar.
Hi.
All right, guys, we have a lot in store for you today. Much of the same from yesterday, but new cast of characters playing these games. It's going to be great. We are well rested, and as you can tell, I've had some root beer, so I'm ready to go. Roxy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I got some sleep last night for once in my life.
So,
I don't know what to do right now.
Umar, how are you doing?
Well, this morning I was pretty rough. Luckily, I got a little bit of a spirit bomb, a little Genki Dama going into me through Twitter. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good right now.
Awesome. Do we want to talk about the games we were playing earlier today?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Got to play Dead by Daylight and Raid and the new Payday 2 DLC, all of which are awesome. And I really want to bring them onto the stream more, so Leonard.
Payday 2 coming back to the channel sometime soon. Raid.
With Biker
Raid.
DLC. Whoa, wait, the
What?
Biker DLC
For Payday 2?
for Payday 2 has my man Ron Perlman,
Yeah,
Beauty and the
yep,
Beast,
yeah.
Hellboy, the guy that got eaten in Pacific Rim.
Spoiler alert.
The movie's old. They're going to make a sequel.
Yo, Pacific Rim, oh gosh.
Don't listen
No.
to Leonard, guys. Go watch it.
No, the movie is... yeah, okay.
Monsters and robots. It's a lot of fun.
It was
Also,
interesting. It was interesting.
The Raid, right?
Yeah. Raid was so cool. All right, so there's probably not that much out there about Raid. It's a co-op game, World War II.
World War II. Yeah,
World
there
War
were
II.
Nazis. We were shooting at Nazis.
Were we?
Yes.
I didn't
We
catch
were.
that.
We're shooting at Nazis.
They
I
were
didn't
like saying,
catch
"Oh,
that.
Sacre Bleu." That's German, right? When we shot at.
Isn't that like French?
Yeah.
I was supposed to sound like I'm pretty sure that's not German. Yeah, so we played Raid. Raid looks really cool. Coming sometime in the future. I don't know when we're going to get our hands on it. I was like super excited and really forgot to ask that. So,
Well,
They weren't gonna tell
they
us.
weren't going to tell us.
well,
I already asked
Go
that
say it.
question.
okay.
Say it.
I already asked that question, and they said they're not going to tell us.
Cool.
Can you make sure you don't talk unless there's two mics in front of you, please?
HR.
I'm going to hit her with the mic by accident because I'm using the reflection over there. I'm not using real depth, so I'm just right in the temple.
And then we did Dead by Daylight. Roxy got to play the Survivor. Everybody wants to know, Roxy, did you survive?
I did not, because I decided to be a nice person for once in my damn life, and got murdered because everybody didn't know how to play, and the killer did. Also, it was a new map, chainsaw guy who's like the hillbilly, and holy gods, that's scary.
You know what I heard, Umar?
Did she put that picture up on Twitter?
I don't-
You did,
oh, did-
right? Go check that out. What happened?
You know what I
Tell me-
heard? All
tell
I
me.
heard were excuses.
Well, come on, it's a pickup group. You can make excuses
All
for
right,
a pickup
okay.
group.
Well, what I heard were excuses are tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness. Those who specialize in excuses rarely amount to anything.
How do you know this? First-hand experience?
You didn't have two mics. Please do not break protocol.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you. You only had one mic. With that said, guys, we're going to introduce some people that you guys are probably not strangers to. Maybe you don't know their faces, but I'm sure you know their names. We're going to let Roxy and Umar go get set up on the other side of the booth. We had 3 of our very own community members come all the way in. We had 3 winners of our E3 passes from our St. Jude activities. Right here next to me, I got Toothpick Vic.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Next to Toothpick, we've got Shogi, also known as Two-Thirds God.
Way too many names.
Awesome.
Maybe you'll
All
find
right,
me
you
this
guys-
time.
Here, and then I'm just going to introduce. And the last man over here, we've got Father Marin. Guys, how is your E3 going so far?
It's been absolutely phenomenal. The VR has been wonderful. I can't speak highly enough, and thank you for the opportunity, sincerely.
I'm having a great time. I'm doing a lot of VR this afternoon. We're going to go do some Star Trek, some random stuff, a lot of new stuff on the floor. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Father Marin, how's it E3 going so far for you?
So far, great time. I've got to hang out with Leonard and Roxy and just have a wonderful time with them. It's been absolutely amazing, and I look forward to the rest of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming out. We're going to let them check out all the things that are going on at E3 because they're not here for much longer. So you guys go enjoy it, have fun. We're going to check out Roxy and Umar over on Mirror's Edge.
Live now. So basically what we have here is Roxy, you're playing a game called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Is that correct?
That is correct there, Umar.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for that input. So tell me a little bit about Mirror's Edge Catalyst. What I see going on right now is you're following a red line, and this red line seems to be influencing you to do some hardcore parkour. Is this a correct assumption?
This is a correct assumption of my hardcore parkour skills.
And now we are joined by Frank Azor. I knew I saw a giant nearby, and here he is. He has a card in front of my face. Well, hello, Frank.
Are you guys working or are you fucking around?
We are working right now. This microphone is very live.
You should probably get his information.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Who
the
is
man behind the mask.
who is Frank Azor? Can you tell us a little about yourself, Frank Azor? You don't want to? He's shaking his head.
I don't want to do anything with you.
He doesn't want anything to do with me. Totally understandable. We do have a restraining order, but this event, yeah.
Physical barrier right
The
now?
barrier.
Hey, can I introduce you guys to Liz? Is that correct? So Liz was looking for somebody that does Twitch, YouTube, streaming, the whole deal.
So as you guys can see right now, there's a little bit of a influencer kind of situation going on here. It's very nice. But back to Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Do you understand? Put down cards. We're not playing
That's
Hearthstone.
checkers. Is that Chinese checkers? I don't
Is
know.
it Chinese check? Why are you saying that? Are you trying to be discriminative?
No, I'm trying to be descriptive.
You heard it here first. Anna's being descriptive. So is this one of the beginning levels of this, or is it further? It's one of.
Yeah, so we're near the beginning right now. I'm skipping pretty much all the storyline because if you've watched on our channel before, we've gotten quite far past this. So trying to move forward.
Okay, forward, move on to the future and innovation.
Innovation.
It doesn't.
Here at
sta-
Alienware.
Here at Alienware, we like to innovate. We like to innovate through hardware, through software, and through parkour. It's virtual, and there's red bars. What do these red bars indicate? Are they trying to let you know what is an interactable object for you to grab onto?
And the direction to head. Also, somebody met up my hotkeys, so
Well, they're not your hotkey. See, this is not your system. This is the E3 public system. For those of you that are at E3 or see a lot of our events, you can come down here and use some of the Alienware products, play them with some of your most favorite games. We have Dark Souls right over here. We have Mirror's Edge Catalyst, brand new game. And behind me is Shadow Warrior 2. Pretty nice that we have all this going on right now. Now, Anna, let me ask you, when you do hardcore parkour from a death-defying height, does your character take damage?
that is indeed correct there, Umar. It does hurt, yes, quite a bit.
It does hurt. Have you ever hardcore parkoured in your IRL?
I have not, and that is because my legs are tiny and stubby, and they would probably snap in half.
I did hardcore parkour once in a new building development. So a lot of the walls were straight up thin sheet wall.
Oh, okay.
I went through them, and I got tangled up in the electrical, and I was hospitalized for a good 3 to 4 months. But it was a learning experience. I learned
Don't hardcore parkour.
do not hardcore parkour, at least if you're Umar Khan. I believe it was the beard that weighed me down, nothing else. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was the beard.
It's got a little bit of girth to it.
Definitely has a lot of
Very
girth.
dense.
I actually have titanium implants
Is
of
that
hairs.
how you get it so looking so nice?
Yeah, and also because the gravity helps push down the beard and it
yeah.
makes it seem longer. It's actually very small, but the titanium gravity technology behind this has allowed it to become a bit longer.
I respect
a bit
that.
longer. Thank you. A lot of people seem to think it's a little eccentric, right? I'm an eccentric individual, and I
They
like.
just don't understand you. That's what it comes down to.
They don't understand
The
me. and
power that is Umar is the beard.
It is the beard, and sometimes you have to amplify it. Yes, technically, it's like steroid abuse.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
It is. But sometimes you have to play to win. You know what I mean?
That's what matters. Winning is what matters.
That's
and if
what
the beard is what helps you, you gotta keep going.
You just have to keep going. So right now you're in a facility. Is this one of the main enemies, hotel suites?
I think this is an office building. We're trying to steal some information right now. This is the first real story mission that you get thrown into. So it's very confusing because I have done this, but I forgot all about it.
Well, where you are right now kind of looks like the Microsoft booth.
Right?
Yeah. So, I haven't played Mirror's Edge.
At all? Either one?
I have not played either one.
Okay.
And I don't know much about the story, but it seems it's got a very techie espionage thing that goes on with it. Is it like you're, I don't know if you know the cyberpunk RPG like Shadowrun? Are you just like running around stealing information but there's no elves, obviously,
No,
right?
duh.
Well, of course. There's no elves. Well, how about orcs?
Cannot confirm at this time.
Okay, so there is a possibility, you heard it here first on Alienware.tv, a possibility to find orcs somewhere in this game. Earlier today we actually went to see something else that was a bit of a cyberpunk game, Deus Ex Mankind
That looked really good. We watched the trailer when you were doing the interview and stuff. That's fun. I want to see a movie of that.
Right, I saw the trailer a couple times while I was walking around, and I'm like, what is this? Is this like a movie or something like that? And it was just a trailer for it.
It was amazing.
It looked really cool, and I like when people have a lot of fun with like their sci-fi and stuff like that, especially in their games where it's not just generic, oh, an alien came to attack, and we have to shoot the alien in the head. Murder, it's fun. This one was about, a bit more about segregation.
Yeah.
Sad times in world history when they took people with prosthetic cybernetic implants.
It was a dark era of
It was a dark era.
humanity.
Do you remember that? We were little kids when that happened.
Yeah, well, I had an aunt who had the prosthetics, and, she was one of the ones that had to, we miss her dearly. It was dark times.
It was dark times. My cousin was actually half mech.
Mech, yeah.
Yeah, see, because he said, oh, like you said earlier, you couldn't parkour because of your stubby little legs.
Yeah.
He had stubby little legs and like sausage toes.
Ooh.
So, you're dead. And that is the end of Anna's adventure. So my cousin had So my cousin had stubby little legs and little sausage toes, and he said, you know what? I want to be half mech. I like Gundam. I like Mech Warrior. So he
can do a lot more with his legs.
Now he can do a lot more. Well, he was able to. So he got the mech legs. He started doing hardcore parkour like we all dream of, all of us. And then the segregation came. The Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
And
That's what always starts at Fire Nation.
The Fire Nation, I don't know why they are so mean to everybody, but Fire Nation attacked, segregated all the mech people, and my cousin was beaten and killed behind a leaky radiator shack. It was
dark times.
Dark times indeed in world history, not just U.S. This is a global disaster.
Yeah.
Global disaster. It was like what, World War IV? It happened in like 1993.
I thought it was 5. World War 5.
I miss.
It gets crazy.
It's like
There's
the Fast
too
and
many.
Furious movies. Like, I don't know which one they're on now. Same thing with the World Wars. I don't know when we're
Can't
going to
keep
get.
up.
I can't keep up. It's just way too much. World War. What happened? You can't alt tab.
I didn't.
Don't alt tab.
I needed to check Facebook and MySpace.
And MySpace, I needed to check what Tom was up to.
I wonder how he's doing because he doesn't have any friends anymore.
No, he doesn't have. I actually logged into MySpace. I think like 2 days before I came here. When I logged in, I was like, "What is this? I don't know what's going on anymore. Where are all my pictures of my Dragon Ball gifts that I put up? And my pictures of me when I was in high school? They're not there anymore. They're all gone. Now it's all about like music and stuff. I was really confused.
Justin Timberlake bought it.
Yeah, but what's JT doing?
It's a good question.
I know him. I know him by initials. I call him JT.
You're really close.
Yeah, when he was in the Mickey Mouse Club and stuff like that, like in Orlando, like he and I used to hang out. Obviously, I was a star. I was on Lizzie McGuire.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar.
Yeah, I was Gordo. I was
Holy
her friend
shit.
Gordo. Yeah. So if you're wondering what happened to Gordo, he's running the Alienware YouTube channel.
That's actually. So I have to ask, since you worked so close with Lindsay,
Of course.
Is she really as nice as she is on screen? And
Let me tell you something. At first look, Lizzie McGuire seemed a little bit of a pompous person. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But I think as she grew up, she really matured in the acting world and stuff like that, and how to react around people. and I feel like she had the potential to be a very nice person. But no, the rumors are true. She was a rancid individual, just awful. It's why I quit acting.
Yeah.
I didn't want to deal with any more Lizzie McGuire's. Couldn't deal with it anymore.
It's a lot to handle with, you know, the personalities and they only want shaved ice.
Ian's telling me something. Ian, come over here, Ian.
What's up?
What do you mean, what's up? You're talking to me.
Yeah, I said keep going. There's more.
I know. I can keep going forever.
That's what I love.
So.
Just never-ending money.
Never-ending money? Is that what he said?
The everlasting money.
Oh, I thought you said never-ending money.
So, guys, that's Ian and another one of his famous lines. For those of you that haven't seen Ian, is there a camera here, Ian? Can people see us, or are they looking?
He had the Ian Hour where he played Total War.
No, but I mean today.
Have
they seen Ian today?
No.
Ian, come over here. They want to see how you look like Pee Wee Herman. So Ian's dressed very dapper today.
Why?
Well, he was explaining to me.
This is dress the job you want, yeah.
Yes, dress as a job you want. Here at Alienware, as you can tell, we're wearing pants because we're at an event, but normally it's hot pants.
Yeah.
I wear hot pants. What's your favorite color of hot pants to wear to work?
My favorite is a little lilac. I'd like to go with the booty shorts to give myself more range of motion.
Too. Yeah. I have huge coconuts back there. So I like to go with a nice magenta.
Nice.
You know, like I feel like magenta is a color that's not really utilized a lot.
Out the color of your eyes. Yeah.
It brings out the color in my eyes, and the nice mocha tan that I have back there really like accents it. You know what I mean? Like, so I like magenta. But Ian's dressed in slacks, a nice plaid, nicely ironed shirt. I think it's starched very well. I have to commend him for that, and a nice clip-on tie. And Ian says he's dressed for the job he wants. I don't know what job here at Alienware he wants. I think he wants to be our receptionist.
That's funny because it's true.
Yeah, Ian is dressed for that first impression kind of look. Someone just grabbed my butt, and I looked around, and I didn't see anybody.
That's actually quite impressive. The pinch and ditch.
Yeah, someone just like got a good handful. Someone tried to pickpocket me. No, I got everything. Okay. So, I just got harassed live on stream. So Ian's dressed to be our receptionist. I have to commend him for dressing that way, because I like that he's dressed really nice, because it shows that when someone walks into the building, he's giving a good first impression about the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm glad that he's dressed very well.
What did you say he looked like he should be working for earlier?
Oh, well, I'm not going to go over that in the stream.
Oh, okay.
You know, we can't do that. As Anna and I have told you, if you guys watch a live event.
Oh, HR
violation. We talk about a lot of things that aren't, how can I say this, PR approved on the stream. So we try our best to stay calm. You know,
stay professional.
Stay professional.
The
true professionals that we are. That's right. But the stuff we talk about is very vile when we're off camera. It's one of the reasons we always panic when a microphone's in front of us. We never know when it's live. Isn't that right?
I go into it like a deep sweat because I'm like, oh no, can I be the real person that I am today?
Yeah, and you know, I don't like being fake. You know, I had to be fake throughout all of high school.
Yeah.
You know, because
it's how you survive.
It's how you survive. You know, I wasn't a jock. What am I saying? I was in football and wrestling. But
never mind, I'm a liar.
I'm a liar. But I was a thespian. I was in drama club.
Me too.
And I like acting. It's a lot of fun. Wouldn't do it professionally because I don't think I have what it takes. I don't think I have what it takes.
I believe in you, Umar.
You believe in me? You know, I would like to do some voice acting.
That would be great.
I would like if they do voice acting for a game. Maybe if they did a Muppets game, I could be Kermit the Frog. Like, hey there, everybody, Kermit the Frog here. Today on the Muppet Show VR, we have Mark Hamill as our special guest today. Yay!
That's probably one of my favorite things.
I think that they should do a Muppet Show VR. Maybe get some Disney Imagineering and put it up there in Disneyland or Disney World. Let's talk about Disney World, not Disneyland. Disneyland's like.
Why do you hate on Disneyland?
Because it's a land. It's not a world.
That's all we got, man.
Yeah, but when you got land and world, what would you rather have? New land or new world?
I cannot comment on this time.
Okay, so anyway, back to Ian dressing like a dork. So he's dressed like this, and he looks very dapper. And I was telling him, look, I'm giving you a lot of trash. I'm just messing with you. And Ian, why are you dressed this way? He says, because I'm dressed for success.
Yeah.
I'm dressed for the job I want. And I asked Ian, is it kind of like Mario, where if Mario doesn't change the white overalls, how can he shoot the fire? If Mario doesn't have the cape, can he not fly? And I finally realized that's what Ian is doing, that Ian has to change clothing.
Okay, I get it.
That Ian's personality is judged entirely on his attire, which makes me think he's a very fake person. I don't trust him. Do you? He seems like a shell of a man.
He makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, no, I don't remember what... They changed everything.
You have to push the guy. There you go. And that guy just kept driving through traffic. Oh, no problem. Is that like traffic? Look, no one's panicking. No one's stopping. Look, the people on the sidewalk, they're just like, that's okay. People die off the roof every day. And now it's you. You're next. And there goes Anna.
I wanted to see what was down there, if they would notice.
It seemed like they didn't care.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Do you feel like the intro for Game of Thrones has gotten longer?
Right?
I switch ahead of it. I don't know which...
I don't watch it anymore. I don't have time.
I used to listen to it all the time. Like, sometimes I would just be sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I need a good pick-me-up. Let me listen to the song.
Yeah.
And I would listen to it, and I felt pretty darn good about myself. But now I'm just like, oh my God, the intro's so long. Can I just see...
They keep adding places on the map.
They keep adding places on the map, and places that I don't care about. You know what I mean?
I like Dorne, though. Big fan of Dorne.
Oh, you said Dorne. I thought you said Dora. I thought we were talking about Dora the Explorer.
Big fan of her, too.
Yeah, because she's got
She's
got map. You know, that map. They're like, say my name, map. And then it's just over and over again. I like Dora, but like, I don't feel like I connect with her.
I get it.
It's because of her haircut.
Don't you hate on that haircut? I was rocking that haircut before Dora ever did.
You know,
because my parents hated me.
Oh, of course. Whose parents don't hate them? My sister actually had the Dora haircut.
Yeah?
You know, there was a conversation with him talking about kid stuff. You know what really gets me angry?
Okay.
Movies or any sort of medium that utilizes animals talking. And I don't mean like Zootopia.
Yeah,
where
Zootopia is really good, though.
I like Zootopia. I like when animals can stand up, you know, anthropomorphic, I think is the term.
Yeah.
When they take human characteristics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I can handle that, but when you do like things where it's like just a normal puppy, you're like, hi, I'm Mr. Fluffykins, and I'm gonna save Christmas because all the reindeers are sick. And it's just a dog, like his lips aren't moving. It's just a dog, and this stuff's happening. I get angry. You know that? Like, I get upset to the point where, like, I lose respect for the person. It's like I found something in their house that I think they should be arrested for. If I see, like, a DVD. Like, I honestly lose respect for people when I see that stuff in their house. Do you have stuff like that, Anna?
I don't get that angry.
No, I don't mean angry, but do you have things like Air Bud at home? Or Homeward Bound?
No, I don't.
No, you see? Because I would rather my animals stand upright, drive cars, have opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
And
Bunnies don't have opposable thumbs.
Do the bunnies not have opposable thumbs in Zootopia? They do. She was holding her iPod or whatever it was, right?
Okay. I guess they did.
And that's why I was okay with it. As long as it meets her criteria of standing up straight, wearing clothing, not even clothing, because I'm okay with Tom and Jerry, right?
Yeah, they're cool.
Because they have thumbs. And I think that's great. Ian's telling me to wrap it up. I don't like his attitude. I really don't like it. He's upsetting me. So I'm going to wrap it up.
But where are we throwing it to?
You know, I don't know if, because he walked away, I'm going to go like this. Ian, I'm done, Ian. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Oh man, my microphone. There we go. Hey there, everybody. I'm back, and I'm here with Grace. Hello,
Hi, how you
Grace.
going?
I'm doing good. So Grace is the latest addition to the Alienware Twitch stream team, stream
Community.
community. Grace, you've come all the way to E3 in LA
Yes.
from Australia.
From Australia. Yes, it's my first time here in America ever. So to come to LA and come to an event like E3 is just a little girl from Adelaide in the big, beautiful city of LA is pretty amazing.
It's a very unique city.
Very unique,
very
yes.
unique city. A lot of different personalities.
Very versatile. We'll say
very
versatile.
that's the word, versatile
Yes.
cities.
Yeah.
So for those of you that may not know Grace, you're an Australian streamer.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, when I look at my videos and stuff like that, I actually put them against a trend of other people that have done
Yeah.
Alienware. You're like number one. Your like thing is right there.
Thank
I'm like,
you.
who is this girl? And then I met you. I'm like, you're the girl from the
Yes.
video.
Yes.
So that is Grace. Now you guys know. So Grace, what kind of games do you play on the on your Twitch channel primarily?
So I do a lot of like Call of Duty content. I've been really digging the Division lately because I kind of like really got into Destiny and then kind of strayed away from it. And the Division is more of my kind of scene. Like I don't mind sci-fi, but the Division I really like. And just to put in perspective of like what I like, my favorite gaming franchise ever is BioShock.
BioShock?
So BioShock Infinite, I cried. Like I cried. It was amazing. So I like first-person shooters. I love horror games. I try and like keep it really versatile. So there's kind of like everything. So a lot of people can enjoy my content, whereas just sticking to one game kind of limits you, I think. So being able to integrate different types of games and then doing blogs and Q&As and everything, try to mix it up, keep it fresh.
And I've seen that your actual chat. Like your chat's
Yeah.
very active.
Really
You're
active.
Very
yeah.
active
My
with the
community is
people
beautiful,
talking
and if
about
any of you guys are watching, I love your faces.
See, now their hearts are just so warm. They're like, I was really down today, and Grace just told me I'm awesome.
That's what
I'm
we're
so
about. That's what
happy.
the Grace fam's about.
So Grace, you actually play on an Alienware laptop right now?
Yes, so I just got a Alienware 15, and I got to say, going from a Dell Studio XPS laptop that I bought 6 years ago to a brand new Alienware laptop has been just such an amazing transition.
Well, you were there at our launch party, right?
Yes.
And you saw
The
the
beautiful
unveiling
Aurora.
of the Aurora.
This is goals.
Yes.
This is goals.
This thing is very, very nice.
It's beautiful.
Do you want one of these? Because
100%.
I can make one fall off the truck for
Really?
you. I can make one fall
Let's
off the
talk.
truck.
Let's
but
talk.
obviously it's got to make its way to Australia, so it'll just
As long
float
as it doesn't
down.
get damaged, like it's got to be a nice soft landing.
No. I'm sure it'll be okay.
Get a little bubble wrap in there.
So Grace, you're here at E3, and
Yeah.
you've seen all the things that are going on here. Maybe you haven't seen all the announcements,
Yeah.
obviously, because, watch them later.
Yeah.
But what are some of the games that you've seen here that you're actually excited about playing on your stream?
Something that I'm really excited about is Resident Evil in VR.
Really?
Because VR is like next level stuff. I did some VR today. I did some at the launch party with the HTC Vive, which I got to say is amazing. I want one. I want one so bad. And doing Resident Evil in VR, I think is going to be like so terrifying. Like having horror up in your face is just going to be amazing.
So I haven't actually seen the Resident Evil VR. Is it so? Like, as you know, Resident Evil as it continues got a lot more action packed as
Yeah.
opposed to I have 10 bullets the whole game and I'm
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
now. Is it kind of like that? Is it back to where like you're kind of helpless in regards
I'm
to
not
what's
really
going
sure.
on?
I didn't really delve into that much, but I just, I don't know, man. Jump scares in VR. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay, and that's one of the great things I like about VR. I don't know, I'm pretty sure you felt this way, but the immersion of having everything around you,
Yeah.
like it adds to the fear.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't know if anything tried to reach out to you in the VR or ran by. But like
Yeah.
even though you see something visually with your eyes run by you, like you can feel the wind of like when someone passes by you.
Yeah.
Like it's your brain just messing with you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like just the feeling of being completely surrounded by the environment. Like when I was doing the HTC Vive stuff, I was doing like a space mission thing where I had a shield in one hand and I had like a pistol in the other hand. And I can completely look around the environment. There's a ship behind me and there's like the galaxy above me, and it's just like the immersion is just next level. And I think that developers can just run away with it and just make some incredible things.
I did so we're talking about the versatility of the different kind of experiences you can have with VR. At our influencer party, we had an experience of a lonely whale. I don't know if you tried it.
No, I didn't get onto it.
But so I'm terrified of open water. Like that's one of my
really?
big fears. I don't want to be in open
That's
water. And then it
logical.
got dark. It was like nighttime. So like doubly, I was crying.
Yeah.
Underneath my
That's
headset.
understandable, yeah. I'm from Australia, dude. There's some crazy shit in the ocean.
No, not only in the ocean, but on land. Like, there's no real safety.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you guys issued like a flamethrower by the age of 14 or something, like, just in case?
Yeah, just in case. Precautionary flamethrower.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Australian government, for looking out for your citizens.
We're not allowed to carry pistols, but we get flamethrowers.
You can have flamethrowers, of course. So I'm doing this lonely whale experience, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. We're underwater. And then the whale comes by, and as it's coming by, I felt like that wind feeling, as if something was coming by you. And then a shark came by.
Yeah.
And then I started to get scared, and then we were underwater even deeper into like the deep sea where it was pitch black.
That's amazing.
And a light came up. And I'm like, damn it, it's going to be anglerfish. It's freaking anglerfish.
Dude, that's so creepy.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It came up with this big fangy mouth, and I just...
Oh, my God.
I made a mess all over the chair. Like, oh!
Does that have like a little spray bottle on you to make it get wet? Just like...
Yeah. They were like, I wet the other person from my fear. And like, oh, cool, they're using effects.
So sweaty.
No one knew. I was just peeing everywhere. Oh, God, no!
That's great. That's good, that's good.
So, I don't know what kind of VR experiences you've tried fully. Have you tried, like, VR painting? Have you tried that out?
No, never.
You haven't?
The VR, the spray can looks amazing. I've seen a lot of it, but I haven't actually experienced it.
There's one, I think it's called Tilt Brush from Google, and whichever hand you're predominant in drawing with left hand, right hand, that's where your brush is. I'm left-handed, so brush is here.
Yeah.
And I had like a palette here, and I was able to like go through everything, pick the colors.
Dope.
It's really cool. VR has added a lot of really cool like things that you can do. A lot of people think it's just gaming or it's going to be the next movie fad or whatever. But there's so many different applications for it that's really,
Something
really
that
cool.
I think is going to be really fun is like getting my dad onto it and like my mom and just blowing their minds with technology, like even like grandparents and things, like just this whole next level of technology that even for me is like just unbelievable to even experience it myself. So to put someone who's like 50 on there, they'd be like, "Whoa, what is this?" Like that. I think that would just blow their minds. It'd be so good.
That's one of the fun things about working like with computers, and then VR comes in. Like for me, I've done so many VR demos that I'm still finding things that impresses me and stuff like that. But when you put someone that hasn't experienced that at all for the first time, and we see it here at the booth, like there's people that for the first time, minds are completely being blown.
Exactly.
Like the tech is there, like it's ready to like just blow your mind. And it's insane. So over here at the booth, we actually have like HTC and the Oculus headsets. Have you tried either of them here yet?
No, I did them at the launch party, but not here. So I'll probably jump onto them at some point as well.
Cool. And have you played any of the games that we have here on the booth? We have like
I had to put The Witcher just before. I haven't actually played it. It's a series that I never really got into. It's beautiful. My God, it's beautiful. I was like, damn. It's really good.
I definitely want to play Witcher 3. I just haven't had time. But I want to play through all the expansions. It means I'm going to have to sit there through maybe, like 50 hours of content. Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time.
I play games for a living, but I don't actually have time to play games.
Yeah, and I know how it is because you have to keep producing stuff out there to make people
editing and rendering,
and they get excited. We had a conversation about that, about editing stuff and how long it takes. People think that we just sit there and play games and it's done.
Like a 4-minute video takes 4 minutes to make, but actually takes like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's 4 hours. Like, why do I sound bad in this one clip? Damn it!
Exactly. Remake it.
Remake it.
That's like my biggest struggle. So I'm a total perfectionist as well. So if there's one tiny thing that's wrong, my green screen has a tiny little problem. I'm like, back to the drawing board, re-edit it, re-render it, re-upload.
What about cutting out, like, when you go and
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
The worst. I know exactly what it looks like when you put the audio portion out.
Yes.
I'm like, this
you
is where I
wave,
say
you're
it.
like, damn you, why do you suck?
Hello again, my old foe, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Too familiar.
100%.
So I'm definitely going to be playing Witcher 3. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of how much you like the way Witcher looked, did you see about Bethesda's announcement about the remake for Skyrim?
Yes. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure if it's the best decision because I understand for console people it's a really big thing because obviously the game's going to look beautiful and there's going to be mods as well for console. I think for PC players it's kind of like we kind of already have Skyrim in HD because we can apply mods to it that's already going to make it look beautiful and stuff. So I think for PC players it might be a little bit of a disappointment, but then they did also have Skyrim Legends and they've got Prey, and they've got a ton of different other games which are really cool.
There are a ton of games that they announced and showed off. I didn't see much about Elder Scrolls Legends. What do you know what that's about?
I think it's their answer to Hearthstone. So it's like a card kind of thing. I know nothing of Hearthstone, so I'm not even going to try and compare it. But from what I've heard, it is comparable to that kind of game, which I thought was quite interesting. And Quake is apparently also like a hero shooter, so kind of like an Overwatch type of game.
So Quake
I think that's interesting.
I think they're going to talk more about it at QuakeCon, maybe.
Yeah, I think they'll probably show a lot more about.
Definitely
touch
excited
base.
how FPSs are switching over to like this
Yeah.
hero kind of model.
Yeah.
Do you play Overwatch much, or?
I played a lot of the beta, and I've actually got the collector's edition sitting at home. I just
Yeah.
have not had the time to touch it and play it yet, but I'm excited to get home. Hopefully have a nice Aurora to
A
play
nice Aurora
Overwatch on.
finds its way down the,
Yeah.
the very thin river between America and Australia.
Exactly. But yeah, I did play the beta, and I have to say, I was a Bastion. I was that guy
You were that
during
guy.
the beta.
Play
I
of the
probably
game.
went.
I hate you, Grace. I hate you.
Exactly. And we nicknamed me and the Grace fan community on Twitch named the little bird Pepe the parrot.
Yeah.
So we got Pepe on the shoulder, but yeah, I also really liked Farah. She was a really good hero.
Pharaoh is
She
a
was
really cool hero.
Yeah.
I
I had
like
to
her a
go
lot.
Widow, but I'm not a strong sniper.
You're not a strong.
She's just hot as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
One hero that I really want to learn how to play is Genji.
Yeah.
Just because he's a ninja
And he
a
counters
robot.
the crap out of Bastion.
Yeah, he counters.
Seriously.
Well, you know who counters the hell out of Bastion, but people don't like.
No one uses him.
Widowmaker can take out Bastion.
Widowmaker can headshot anyone.
Yeah. Well, Bastion, when he goes into turret mode, I actually believe his head is in his back over his shoulder. So she has to get like an angled shot to like take him out. But, like 2 full power
That
shots
would have
kill
to
him
get play
anyway.
of the game. That's a pretty
Yeah, but
impressive
it's
shot.
one kill. I don't know how their play of the game
Yeah, that's
formula
true.
works. Because like you do some really cool stuff to save people. Say like Lucio saves everybody by pushing someone away. Doesn't kill the enemy. Pushes them
Yeah.
away so your team can freeze them. But Lucio doesn't get credit. Has there ever been a Lucio play of the game where he hasn't like
I've
pushed
seen
an entire?
Mercy play of the games.
Yeah, when she resurrects everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
But like Lucio only gets it if he knocks people off a bridge.
Yeah.
Poor Lucio.
Poor Lucio.
He's like the
He's
game.
like the forgotten.
He's the
forgotten
forgotten
one.
the forgotten prodigal son.
Poor Lucio. That's what I like though, like these games, even though they're like a lot of them are kind of getting the same inspiration. Even Call of Duty with like the specialists, having this just more content in the game to like expand and unlock things, I think is like a really good way to go because games can get a little bit stale over time. And I think the good thing about Overwatch as well is the heroes are so versatile and like you can be really good at one and then maybe venture out and try another one and like it's a whole game changer. And you do really need to have a team and a squad, and that's something that I lack a little bit because I have people that I play with from the States and stuff, and it's like the time zones. After coming here, I understand why everyone complains, like, why do you stream so early? I'm like, dude, the time zones over here are ridiculous.
Completely
it's
different.
so different. I was like calling my people, like my friends and family back home, and I was like, it's like 1 a.m. I'm so sorry. Like, it's so late. What the hell? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's actually something that I deal with the Australian people that watch on our channel and stuff like that.
They're like, why you stream so late?
Why is it always so late?
Yeah.
Why? Well, because the sun and the rotation around it. And
and you gotta understand where your audience is. Like, my audience is predominantly in the US, so I try my best to cater with them whilst also maintaining a normal sleep schedule as much as I can. I don't want to be sleeping all through the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, time zones are a bitch.
They are awful. Yeah.
I wish they didn't exist.
Yeah.
Make life
I
so
know.
much easier.
I can imagine what is the time difference between
Here in
and where
Australia?
you are in Australia.
So Australia is currently 16.5 hours in the future.
Wait, 16 and a half?
Because my time zones are half one. It's a weird one.
Jeez. So
Yeah.
wait.
So I don't even know what time is
so
right
you
now.
time traveled over here.
Yeah, well, actually, I went back in time.
You went
well,
back.
my flight was at 6 a.m. on a Sunday, and I arrived at 6:45 a.m. on the same Sunday. So technically, it was a 45-minute trip, even though it was a 14.5-hour flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of messy because like I only have a 3-hour difference from me,
Yeah.
and I've just been slugging around just like half dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire event.
Well, the worst part is when I go home, I leave Friday night, I lose my entire week and get home Sunday afternoon.
That's right.
Yeah.
How nightmarish.
Yeah. So bye-bye weekend. Good, nice knowing you.
So, you like Overwatch.
Yeah.
Are there any FPS games that you've seen here that you're kind of interested in?
Off the top of my head, it's not really an FPS, but the Ghost Recon Wildlands looks really
right?
good. Yeah.
Right?
Because obviously I'm really like into the Division, and now with like another Tom Clancy game, I'm kind of like, this looks good. The same thing though, like I understand games are to play with friends, but for people like me that don't have friends, it's kind of really tough because it looks like a game that's going to be really important to have a squad because everyone's got their roles. Looks like you go into like people's encampments and bases and things, and then you have to like, you'll have your own role. So it's kind of like, am I going to be able to play this solo and actually be able to complete missions and things? Like, I'm sure you can, but I think it's going to be really tough. Kind of like The Division, like trying to go solo and go rogue in the Dark Zone, you're going to die.
That's the thing that's happening a lot with games, is it's very hard to really experience the entirety of the game when so many games focus on multiplayer now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the reasons I stopped playing Division. I just didn't play with anybody. I would play at like 10:30 at night, and then I'd be like, I'm too tired to socialize in this game. I don't want to deal with you people.
Yeah, and you just get wrecked.
Yeah, so thanks for coming on the stream.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me.
You guys will see her as part of the stream team, the Alienware stream team, and catch her on her stream on Australian hours, so early in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut over to Anna on the couch, and I think she's going to be playing with Frank. So enjoy that.
Ooh.